Hey guys, this is Rebecca King, Business Development Trainer for Northeast Tech. And I'm here with Jacob Wallace, and he's going to tell us a little something about a business he has going on that's going to be very impactful to our community. Jacob?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me today. I'm super excited to speak with you and kind of share what I've been working on. So today at the Northeast Tech here in Grove, I will be teaching a kind of a lunch and learn class, getting started with AI. It's basically just the tools, tips, and basics of AI. I really started getting into AI probably about 2 years ago. And, it was just kind of like the simple create a caption for this Facebook post. I think that's how everyone kind of gets started with AI for the most part.
This is true.
And then when you only know one platform and it's ChatGPT or something, kind of grew on top of that as the technology started to advance, because it's crazy to see how far artificial intelligence has changed, just like to the public facing side of things in the past 2 years. You can have full-blown conversations with ChatGPT, and 2 years ago it was very buggy and everything like that. So no, I'm super excited to be here today, and love giving back to the community and watching it grow.
So cool. And you're right, AI has taken a huge turn in these last few months, I feel like. But I am one of those that have used it in the beginning for just create a post for social media. Mm-hmm. Then it kind of moved into my personal life where I'm like, help me create a message to my son, and then I really got to use it to process data, to create prep packets, and also to help people with their business plans and financial projections. I have just been absolutely impressed with it. But you have a little bit more. You're taking it to the next level. Can you tell us a little bit about this business you're working on?
Yeah, so like I said, about 2 years ago, I really started diving into AI, and it was very simple at the beginning. I've always had this kind of like entrepreneur spirit. And when I started learning of AI, I'm like, okay, there's so many opportunities here. The first thing I started doing with AI that I felt like I could actually start building a business out of is my wife and I, we own a daycare, Creations Childcare here in town. And, we didn't have a website. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start looking at building a website. Got on WordPress, it very blocky, that template style. And I was like, I work hard on my business. I don't wanna represent it to other people in a way that I'm not proud of. And I was not proud of that. And so started using AI to how do I build websites that are, more of a custom site? And I was like, you'll have to learn how to code and do all this. And I was like, that is terrible. That sounded terrible. And so I started looking in how to learn how to code. I took a couple of different classes, just not even classes, but more like YouTube videos. And I was like, man, this is going to take forever to learn. And I was like, regretting what I went to school for, and I was like, I should have went on the tech side. But I started realizing that you can actually have AI build a bulk of the code for you, so you don't have to know every single piece of the coding environment. I think if you're tech savvy and you know the general language of it, you can build almost anything through AI. It's knowing how to prompt it. That's the biggest thing with AI. And you'll hear anyone you talk to that has a lot of knowledge on AI is prompt engineering is the biggest term. And you would think it's not that difficult, but knowing what to ask AI is crucial to getting the response you want. And then just continuing to rework it. You ask it to do something, it gives you, say I'm asking it to help me build a landing page for a website. And I give it all these instructions and I'm like, okay, I did this right, but this section down here wasn't right. And sometimes the AI can get a little confused when you start asking it stuff. So that's why it's important when I go in there to know what the code looks like. So I'll go take the snippet of code that was correct, I'll take that incorrect piece out and actually start a new chat. Sometimes you have to start a new chat to get it
to refresh its
grief
brain
out of its own head, I guess. And so, I mean, it's really just learning how to utilize it and prompt it correctly, I think, is the biggest thing with AI.
Well, that's amazing, because I have been in the website world and I've been a marketer, and I'll tell you what, I am not a website designer.
Right.
And it is that 0011 that we're afraid of working, but this AI just opens up a whole nother opportunity. But I'm hearing you have to be knowledgeable on how to use the tool in order to maximize it. Now that's where you come in. And are you consulting individuals and businesses on how to maximize AI, or are you working on some projects for businesses through this AI system?
Kind of what Redeem Digital is we are a digital solutions company. So anything that, you know, includes like digital marketing, but I really love diving deep into like the website design, app development, I mean, kind of like smaller software as a service programs and everything like that, and helping businesses with AI, because it's like, to me, this is like the internet or any other huge advancement in technology. It's coming, whether people like it or not. And it's either you adapt to it or you get left behind.
Absolutely.
Now, where AI is different is, you know, with internet came, and yes, it, you know, progressed, but I don't feel like it progressed as quickly as AI has. I mean, in the past 2 years, AI is completely different than what it was, and its capabilities are completely different. So I don't think you have to be an AI engineer or a programmer or a developer or anything like that. But I think you need to have a basic knowledge of how to use it and to understand it, to really not even get ahead of the curve, but just stay relevant with things.
Absolutely. And the streamlining process, where I've found that the amount of content that I'm able to produce now is unreal. And it would probably have taken me an entire week to produce some of the stuff that I've been working on, but with AI, it's instant.
Right.
Now, back to your website design. Websites, guys, are I would feel, the most important tool for a business, because it's marketing you 24 hours a day. So when you finally get to go to sleep at night as a business owner, your website is still working for you. And we've gotten into a world where websites telling people go to www. blah 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 to get to us, sometimes that is almost old-fashioned. And we've advanced to a world where we want to be able to access somebody's products or services with the touch of a finger. So that's when the apps come in, and those can kind of, unless you're knowledgeable in creating apps, it could bog you down, and it can be a major time sucker along with creating a website. So I think, Jacob, this is a very useful tool for my businesses around here. And I think that, oh man, I want to almost reference everybody to you. So if I have a business owner that is wanting to take their marketing or take their business to the next level, how do they contact you to see what Redeem Digital can do for them?
So the easiest way is actually going to my website. It's redeemdigital.com. And I have a contact form there, and then I have it just like a portfolio of what I've done and the services I offer, because, you know, digital solutions, that's kind of like a broad, encompassing a lot of different options and services there. So really, if there's something that you're thinking of in the digital realm that you don't have the knowledge on, or the time, I mean, you might have the knowledge on it, but if you're a contractor, your time is better spent building your business, not building a website or an app or integrating AI into it. Sometimes it's like, those are important things, but your time is better spent on your business. And so you can go to our website and reach out to me through there. You can email me at jwallace@redeemdigital.com, or give me a phone call, which my number is 918-314-3709, and I'm happy to talk to anyone, even just like basic questions on AI. I do AI consulting to help businesses with their services, but a general consultation phone call, I'm not. If you're just kind of wanting to know a little bit more and see if it might be a fit for your business, always feel free to reach out.
Oh, that's great. great information. And also, and I've always told my entrepreneurs this, is stick with what you know and outsource the rest. And you're going to have a much easier time expanding your business, your products, and your services. So Jacob, thank you so much for sitting down with me and talking to everyone. And stay tuned, because I'm collecting entrepreneurial stories every single day, and we're going to hear more from other people. Thanks. Have a good night.